Hello everyone, I am Nikhil. I am from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. I would like to explain the course of Universal Human Values and the course code is 21UH49. Today the topic is understanding the human being as the coexistence of the self and the body. And let's move on to the relationship between the self and the body. And here enhance our understanding of human nature that promotes the physiological well-being, that contributes to physiological inquiries and has the implementation of healthcare and medicine that impact the cultural and societal norms, and it facilitates the personal growth and the self-awareness, and it raises to ethical and the moral consideration, and it drives the scientific advancements, and it encourages the interdisciplinary and insights across the various fields. Next, we have moved to the physiological theories. Dualism, the separation of mind and the body. Imagine your mind as a driver of the car, and the driver can control the car movements, and but they are distinct entities. That the driver represents the our consciousness of thoughts, while the car symbol is our physiological body. That monoism, and the idea that the mind and the body are fundamentalism connected, and it's a picture as a coin with our two sides. That's one side represents the mind, and other side represents the body. The substance, the monism suggested that the both sides of the coin belongs to the same substances, like two facts of a single reality. The next we have moved to the materialism, and the belief that only the physiological words exist, that our mind has a software running on the computer. That's the computer hardware and the circuits represents the physiological body, that the materialism suggests that everything about our thoughts and the seriousness and the consciousness can be explained to the processes that's happening within the computer. And next, the idealism, and the itself considers as a dream, that when where you are perceive the entire world, that the dreams everything you see, hear, and feel exists, that's solely in your mind. In dualism, the physiological world is like a dream or real to the observed, but its existence only is a mental constructs. Let's move on to the next topic, physiological perceptives, and the topic is self-concept. The self-concept is an foundation of the oneself identity. It's really to refers the belief and perceptions and the ideas individual hold about themselves. These beliefs that encompass that various aspects such as the physiological appearance and personalities and traits and abilities and roles and social identities. The self-concept can be inflected by the personal experience and social interactions and the cultural norms. And the next topic is self-esteem. The self-esteem refers to the individual that overall evaluation of either self-worth. It is closely linked with the self-concept and influenced by the factors such as achievements, social comparisons, and feedback by others. And high self-esteem is associated with the positive feelings about oneself, while low self-concept esteems that can be lead to the self about and negative self-perceptions. And the next topic is self-identity development, and the development of the self-identity, that is a dynamical and process that can be enforced over of a lifelong, and it physiology like a Iraq Earson, and that's a proposed stages of the physiological developments, that's a height that the challenge individual that has faced they from form their identities. From example, during the adolescence, and individuals grapple with the questions of an identity that versus role confusions. And the next you have on to the social identity theory, and this theory that can be developed by Henry Tajfel and John Turner, that focuses on us and the individual define themselves in the relationship of social groups that belong to categorize themselves in the various social groups, and that example gender, race, religions, and their self identity that can be strongly influenced by the group, that's membership and the social comparisons, that the social identity can be lead into the group favorism and the outgrowth. The next we have more to the scientific view of a mind-body connections. The brain has a control center. The scientists the consider as a brain as a central hub that governs that our thoughts, that's emotions and the behavior. It considers often billions of the neurons that communicates through electrical and chemical signals and the neurotransmitter and the neural networks. The brain activities that that on the neurotransmitters, which are chemically messengers that transmit signal between the neurons. That neural works and the networks and comprised of the interconnection neurons that process the information and generate the various mental and physical responses. The next we move on to the lifetime case study in placebo effect and the pain management. In the case study, that's in a clinical trial for a pain relief, that the patients were divided into two groups. One group is received from the real pain medicines, and while other received placebo, a sugar pill with the no active ingredients. The groups experienced has a significant reductions in the pain. And during the explanation, is this case that illustrates that the placebo effect, where a person's belief in the effectiveness of a treatment and influences their perceptions and receiving the pains that relief triggering actually physiological changes into your body and leading to pain reduction. And the next we have more to the key takeaway: the dual existence. Human beings has a coexistence and of a self and the mind, consciousness and identity, and the physical body. These two aspects are intimated that intermediate and the shape of an experiences and the complex interplay, that's self and the body of a complex and the dynamic relationship of our thoughts and the emotions and the consciousness influence and physical sensations and the actions, while our physical state and the can be impact of our mental and emotional well-being, that physiological and scientific perceptions. That's This concept is explored from the both physiological and scientific viewpoints. That the physiologicals can depicted that's in nature and the relationship of the centuries, while modern science delays into the physiological and neurological aspects often how to mind and the body interact. And the health and the well-being understanding and the coexistence of the self and the body, that's the crucial of our health and the well-being emotional states, that's stress and the physiological factors where that can influence the physical health and underscoring the importance of the holistic approaches or to healthcare. That's physiological insights, the concepts like self concepts and the self identity and the self-esteem that play a pivotal role in understanding how the individuals perceive themselves in the relation to their body and their external world. So thank you for watching this video.